Alright, fuckers, welcome back to practicing portraits, artwod roadmap. It's been 20 minutes since I last practiced. Right, today is a nice little 7-hour marathon day in order to ensure that the rest of the year videos are queued up and I can just chill and just relax, right? Because after that, it's back to being constantly just putting in as much effort and being a hashtag grinder, right? Because that's apparently what everybody fucking dick rides on today. Right, it's either you're all for the grind or you're not for the grind, and if you're anything in between, then you're a useless piece of shit. This is my inner commentary on a daily basis. Anyways, please draw along. Please draw along. I'll ask you again, please draw along. Artwod, artwod, artwod. Is there anything else I say? Yeah, artwod, artwod, artwod. Everything is linked in description. Maybe I should start adding that, because I feel as if people are too retarded to not realize that everything is linked in description. And I'm one of them. I never check the description. So yeah, everything from my materials to the programs and people I use, the people I use, what the fuck, the programs I use. Watch me become manipulative, right? That's my new saying. I don't know why I nested that 24 so cutely, so deeply in there. Fucking Jesus. But anyways, what are we doing? We're in the section of the roadmap, which is literally it's the first section, it's the second lesson, it's the first exercise of the second lesson, right? Which is look at a reference and look at a portrait reference and essentially understand the perspective it lies in terms of the sphere and you know, the contour lines, the center, the center line, sorry, the center vertical line and the center horizontal line. I'm doing extra credit, I guess, right? I'm going above and beyond for my own sake and to really make things difficult for me by not only adding the features, but also turning it into holding that sphere in my mind and then translating it over and like keeping it in my mind as much as possible while I draw a helmet over it. This is still my best one, so we need to figure out what I did. This one's actually not that bad either, but I think the biggest thing I'm learning is like definitely there's a lot more space given, right? We're really giving things space. So with that being said, right, this is a picture, a wonderful little picture I have on my iPad, right? This reference. Oh yeah, draw along. I don't know what the fuck else am I saying. Draw along. Artwod is amazing, right? They're the reason I can do what I do. So yes, with all that being said, fucking Jesus Christo, the reference I have is your boy Timothy Chalamet, right? Timothy is spelled very uniquely because he's not like us. He's very different. Two E's instead of a Y. Right? Quirky little bastard. But I think he's my age, or slightly younger, or slightly older. Actually, I don't know. I'm 28, so how old he is, right? But what's it called? He's looking up, right? He's looking up, and what else is this piece of shit doing? He's looking up. This box is slightly tilted upwards. We see more of the left side of his face slightly than the right side of his face, or at least like from our view, the left side, but it's actually his right side. Right, but this is actually like, again, these are the boxes in which it seems simple, but it's actually quite difficult. Same fucking issue I had with this one, which is why I did it twice, right? This angle, where it's the subtlety, because again, faces will be seen in many different angles, and sometimes you're basically looking at them straight on, but no, you're not actually, because there's a slight bit of the left side, the left plane of their face that you see a little bit of, right? In this case, like, it might as well just be a box that's a one-point perspective, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. And yeah, he's looking up. Therefore, no matter how fucking sharp his jawline is and how it's angled, we have to acknowledge the fact that the perspective for this is that he is looking up, right? So now it just comes down to, are we seeing the bottom of his jaw? No, we're seeing the top of his head, but he's looking up. So what the fuck is going on, right? We're seeing the top of his head, but he's looking up. But we're seeing the top angle, but he's looking up at us. So what does that mean, right? It's super difficult to figure out, which is why, again, please draw along. Keep me on the background. Mute my ass. Give me retention. Thank you very much. If I actually hit the 3,000 hours of retention within the year of this channel, actually, no, I don't think I have. So I think actually it's going to take another year or two, probably 3, till I get monetized. So get to it, you pieces of shits. Right? Spread the word. Hey, you don't have to watch this channel. Just... you know, you don't have to subscribe either, but just keep every video of his on in the background in all waking moments of your life. And again, what am I really trying to ghost? What am I doing right now? I'm trying to see the box that his head is encompassed in, and then the sphere inside that box. Because I know the contour line. I feel... okay, we're seeing the top of his head, but again, like, it's a round skull, right? So I'm really trying to figure out what we're seeing here. Because it's so difficult to figure out, especially because people's jawline angles completely fuck my understanding, right? They completely get in the way of trying to understand. But okay, we're seeing the top of his head for sure. This fucking cunt. How dare you be in this angle and fuck with my brain? It's actually a very good exercise. But oh, what voice crack? Well, I don't know why my voice randomly is all like croaky and shit on camera. I swear it doesn't sound like this in real life. Maybe maybe it does. Maybe it does. Right. Oh, Hanalman's family. I'm gonna ride that accent to the ground. Okay, so he is looking up at us. I can already know the center line. And okay, so the eye, if his head is tilted up. Okay, yeah, because like his ear, the angle from his ear to his eye is like, if this is his ear, this is his eye, right? Like that's the relationship. So it has to be that he's tilting his head up. It has to be like that, right? We maybe not as drastic. But we're not seeing the bottom of his face, are we? No, we're not. This guy's jawline is too fucking sharp. It's fucking with everything, god damn it. I can't tell because there's no double chin, right? There's no like even slight under chin indicator. So I'm really trying to figure this out. It's a grind on my brain, which is good. It's really difficult. I think we are seeing the bottom of his chin. Yeah, we actually are. No, we're definitely seeing the bottom of his neck. Right, he just has an extremely thick neck as well, and it seems to blend it together with his jaw. It's just like a fucking line and then neck, so that's fucking with me as well. But if we think about it three-dimensionally, then, okay, and also hair. We also, again, these are all like extra things that we just have to ignore. Like the hair is just getting in the fucking way. But I believe this is what I'm looking at. So let's draw the ellipse first, or the sphere. And I'm trying to like, while I'm drawing this, I'm trying to really hold the projection of what I'm seeing. It's like slightly, right? Slightly. Yeah, I'm trying to like visualize what is happening. What a fucking disgusting... Oh my god, why does this pen love to do this to me? No wonder my videos get no views. This is a fucking disgusting page and me bitching half the time. But isn't that what the algorithm wants? God damn it. Let's see. It's been a crazy year for YouTube, by the way. Like, I know I'm a tiny YouTuber, right? Only 1K subs, but that's the crazy thing. 1,000 fucking people were like, yeah, this piece of shit's interesting enough that I'll at the very least subscribe because I'm interested in his journey, right? That's crazy to me. You know, I didn't think I'd hit 1,000 subs in a year. I thought it would take me at least 2-3 years to hit 1,000 subs. I didn't think I'd do a stream with Tyrion, i.e. Broken Draw, right? Even though now he's completely blacklisted me from his life. I don't think he has. I think he's just busy, right? Is what I tell myself every time I go to sleep, right? Tears flood my bed sheets. But no, it's just like I've done collabs, technically collaborations with artwod, right? I did like my entire shorts thing, which was because I was like, I got in of like some early release thing because I emailed them. They were like, hey, who wants to be part of this thing? And I emailed them and they're like, all right, cool, make content for us. I'm like, wonderful, right? Well, I make content. What a fucking surprise, right? So it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Lots of things have happened in this 1 year. So I know YouTube's gonna be even more insane going forward. But okay, I think that is the box. I think this is literally the box that I'm looking at. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I think this is the box. So let's do the vertical center line first. Okay, this is already a bit off center. Right, and then I would do the horizontal center line. Yeah, it's already a bit off center. This should actually be around here. But you see, like, again, because when you draw at a smaller scale, even slight micro differences in terms of, yeah, like these small differences in terms of placement, right? Like just like literally just a couple millimeters. This isn't the best partial ellipse either. But okay, this is pretty off. This is actually pretty off, which is good because that means I'm gonna try this angle again. Actually, we're definitely gonna try this angle again. So yeah, this fucker's jawline is just too sharp. So like from here, it just looks like we're not seeing much. But yeah, this is pretty off. This is actually should have been the center. Like he's only slightly looking away. But either way, we've committed. So I have to keep trying to see what. And I don't think it's this much of a bottom angle either. It's actually very subtle, and it's definitely this vertical center line is way more centered. So lots of good lessons being learned here, right? And what am I doing right now? I'm just forcing myself to feel good because clearly I made a mistake, right? And again, like we're trying to make it go along the contour of the sphere, right? So that's important as well. See the eye, he's looking up, right? So again, like we're seeing the top of his, like we're seeing him from a top angle, but his face is tilted up. So I actually think I got this completely wrong. Yeah, I definitely think I got this completely wrong because it's a really difficult angle to understand. And this is why I also decided to do portraits. Like, portraits have so much subtlety that we don't actually realize until we spend like the 60, 70, 100 hours to do them. And then we're like, oh shit. Yeah, his face is like, I completely misangled his face. Right? And again, I wasn't thinking there. And again, I'm trying to think constantly about everything that I can. And again, like, I'm not trying to draw an accurate nose right now. I'm just trying to get placements down. Right? Is this Timothy Chalamet or is this just some dickhead that looks like him? I'm pretty sure this is him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is him. But look at them succulent lips. Very nice, very nice. This man, he must teach me the ways. My lips are very crusty. Okay, so it's very off. It's very off. It's very off. But that's good. Like, I feel as if the second attempt I will make will definitely be a bit more accurate, right? So, let's see, let's see. Okay, well, again, now we're on to designing, right? I know, like, I'm gonna use this as the projection, and I know this is basically the same as this, to be honest. So clearly, my brain has a bias towards angling things in this way, even if they're slightly different, which means we must train ourselves and to really actively reduce that bias, right? Because, and again, like, we'll have partialities, affinities towards thinking in a particular manner, right? Some which benefit us when it comes to drawing, right? And others which will hinder us because, again, these are habits at the end of the day, right? I've built a habit of only seeing this angle, but that is not the angle. And I think I've clearly completely misunderstood the assignment, I guess, in terms of like what this guy's head is and where it is looking, right? Am I actually seeing the top of his head now? I don't know. Did I completely misunderstand? No, I did. Did I? I think I did, right? But either way, and his hair is so fucking goddamn very thick, very voluminous, but it's in the goddamn way. But either way, we'll have to ignore that now. This is just gonna be another spatial reasoning exercise, not about accuracy in relation to the portrait anymore because I've already messed that up. Now it's just about acknowledging, moving on, and trying to draw a helmet, I guess, right? And this one was already so off, so we might as well try again with this one. So let's see how it goes. Why does my voice sound like I have fucking vocal fry, bro? I'm not Sam Altman. What is it like? Vocal fry is basically when you do that little vibration with your throat. Yeah, you talk like this to be sound more approachable. Whatever the fuck it is. There's like a lot of people who use it as in interviews and all that shit. But I don't have vocal fry. I hope to fucking God not. God damn it. I sound like I'm gargling dick. But anyways, let's see. So I want to try more organic things. Like, I do want to try more organic shapes, right? So we should hold this projection. And again, the box, and then the sphere inside the box. And then, let's see. Right? Something like that. Maybe more like this, right? And what can this be? And again, I'm really trying to think about those center lines, right? And the sphere and the box inside the sphere. So like, it's a lot to think about, but that's why I love art, because it's a lot to think about, right? Like, I like the thinking aspect of art. And if you're drawing and you don't like the thinking, you have two options. Acknowledge that that's literally what drawing is, which is thinking, right? Or, and train yourself to enjoy it, or just fuck off and die. Just fuck off and die, my guy, right? Or girls, because I think there's like, what, the 10%? 10% of my audience is women. I don't know what the fuck they find entertaining about me, but perhaps I speak to the female condition, right? It's possible. It's possible. I am in touch with my sensitive side. Could very well be the case. Okay, so again, I've completely lost the design that I was initially thinking about. But I said I wanted to try more organic things. So we could maybe... Again, this is all great practice for line work, which is clearly fucking ass. right? And again, like I'm trying to make things different, right? I'm trying to really make things a bit more different than what I usually do. And again, my lines are, as you guys can see, like my lines are very fucking mediocre, right? And I make a lot of mistakes, but that's where the learning is occurring. Yeah, and again, like I'm trying to project, and yeah, like clearly I draw too small of a sphere in my mind, like when I'm doing this. So I do need to. Is there a way I can salvage this from being too small? Maybe, but hold up, right? Cause no, please don't come in. I'm recording. Apana bala paninka. Enga irundhathu? Okay, well, I don't know how. I'll come outside and check on that. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, apparently my wallet fell outside of my jacket pocket. It was on the stairs outside. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Yeah, well, anyways, that completely fucking took me out of it. Holy shit, that completely fucking took me out of it. So let's see if we can recalibrate ourselves, right? Well, it's kind of my dad to let me know. Okay, so maybe I want something jutting out here. Again, we need to think about this in a way that makes sense. Let's see, there you go. And then that's the sphere, so that has to hold true. And then a cylinder in there. Obviously, the lines are ass. Right? Let's see. Does that make sense? Not really, no. Okay, so this is all obviously a huge exercise in line work as well, right? That doesn't really make much sense, but we're just gonna keep going, and perhaps I just want it to be like that, right? Like we'll just have it tapering off like that. And I'm trying to think. Trust me, I'm trying to think. It's very difficult, but I am trying to think. I feel as if I'm getting better, at least in like this is a bit more accurate, right? Now, what other like functionality could we have, right? Well, let's just give the eyes something. So again, I want more organic eyes. So maybe something like, okay, and if this is this angle, then there you go. I think that's pretty fucking accurate. That's not bad. That's pretty okay. That's pretty decent, right? We'll leave that for now, and then we should. Let's keep an opening there because I do want something hard surfacey there as well. Okay, and again, like lines really need to be. What about a hinge over here? Oh, see, that was a fuck up in the line. And again, like these lines are gonna be very mediocre. Let's see. What if we have something like. I'm really trying hard to think about something interesting, but my brain is drawing a blank. This is super difficult. And again, like I'm trying to constantly think about the box, the sphere inside the box, and the center lines, right? It feels like I'm okay on the center lines right now, but it can very easily be fucked up. Let's see. Maybe this is actually just going to be, we can just have this be some sort of cylindrical shape, right? And again, we'll something like that, right? The lines are really subpar, man. Holy shit. There you go. Something like that. Okay, well, that should be extended down more. And why don't we have it be like a bulb here? Right? Not that I know what this is for. Okay, again, like try to think about the sphere. Contour of the sphere. That's something. It's actually not that bad, right? And we'll leave this pretty simple. Again, like I'm just trying to keep the big shapes in mind, right? And then what else? Is this like a gas mask, right? I've done a lot of the gas mask rhetoric, right? Like this shit, like things attaching. I want to try something different, right? Maybe just one. Maybe we'll just have one thing sticking out, right? So this is maybe where we'll angle it, right? Something like that. Okay, that's already off perspective, so we have to do some just reaffirming lines consistently, apparently. Let's see, but now how can this turn to something interesting, right? Because I've already sort of, oh, maybe something like this. Okay, so that's something. And I know, like, the line work is so bad. It's so bad. But it's good. Like, it makes me... I do feel a lot better knowing that at least I'm trying to make an effort, right? And again, constantly trying to think about that box. So, like, we've already clearly created a very harsh sort of, let's see, maybe this is like a speaker, like, because we created a harsh angle here. But I want to bring it back to some subtleties. So, maybe... Wait, something like this, right? And again, let's try to, I want to try to keep it organic, but there you go. Maybe just something like that, right? That does look like it has something going for it, right? And again, ooh, like, it's so hard to keep that perspective in mind, I'm telling you right now, right? Because I've already sort of molded this quite a bit, but right, it's kind of looks kind of creepy too, which is pretty cool. There you go. Yeah, it does follow that perspective decently. Not amazingly, but decently. Kind of looks like an ape. Actually, kind of looks like a fucking monkey, like a chimp. Right, but can we change what this actually is to something more complex? I'm just, and if you're wondering where this came by, I was just thinking like maybe some sort of pattern. Right, and then like how do we fix this? Okay, well maybe I could just add like an angle here, right? Something like that. That didn't really work, did it? Yeah, it didn't really work because it's off perspective. But interesting. Well, we do need to clarify exactly what's happening here a little bit. What if I showcase that it's convex? Convex or concave? I don't fucking know. Kind of works, kind of doesn't. Interesting all around. And then maybe we could just to again reinforce the perspective. Right. Yeah, kind of works, kind of doesn't. Right, and again, we could always, and again, this is like me just practicing lines now at this point. Right, trying to make things more intricate, quote unquote, not as if I fucking know what that means. And you can see my lines are super unconfident, which is why I'm always trying to think before I do anything, because my lines are very unconfident. This is okay, but I do think like overall I was definitely trying really hard to keep everything in perspective. Like clearly like this middle thing is what's fucking everything up, because it doesn't really make much sense, right? Like it's just kind of there. It's like what are you doing there, right? Everything around it, like it's off perspective too, or everything I drew around it is off perspective, right? My lines are fucking horrible, but anyways, that's a good rep though. That's a good, like I definitely did try. So that's, and it's different. It's very different than what I usually do. So clearly, at least in terms of ideation, I'm getting slowly better, right? But anyways, let me rest my brain. Let's try this angle again. Your boy Timothy Chalamet, right? Try to make it make more sense. Try to make it make more sense, right? Try to make it more accurate at the very least. But yeah, okay, let me rest my brain. But yeah, Yeah, I have no idea how my wallet fell out of my fucking pants on the way up to the stairs, considering my pant pockets are very deep. Yeah, they're sweats, but you know, like for guys especially, our pockets are pretty deep. I'm actually like, I was just thinking about that. I'm so fucking confused because obviously I was in the middle of drawing, so I was completely taken out of it. But good old cold medium coffee with 1 cream. Oh yeah. Okay. Anyways, hold up. Let's me. Try this again. So this ended up being okay. Definitely some perspective issues now, like especially here. I definitely fucked up the perspective here. But overall, it's okay. My lines need so much work, right? My lines actually need quite a bit of work. So I might just practice my lines on a piece of paper when I'm not drawing, like when I'm not doing this for the rest of the week. I literally might just be practicing my intricate, or trying to practice intricate line work, or just more detailed line work. Maybe I'll post it on Instagram so people, so it's like, it's very clear as to kind of like if my line work improves by the time it's the 2nd or 3rd of January, I believe, right? If there's a notable difference, and it's like, oh, this is because, what's it called? Oh god, I have to burp again. But why do my fucking burps sound like literally somebody shitting themselves through the mouth? But this is because because he did all this practice, right? I try to be as transparent as possible, and I know like my explanation styles aren't gonna be for everybody, which is why, like, despite the way I speak, I do try to make it very clear that, damn, this is a fucking horrible. Never mind, I saved it. But it's, even though it's not perfect, but this is that's why I try to make clear, like, it's just about what resonates with you, right? It doesn't always have to be the number one way to think about things, but if my explanations make sense to you, Jesus Christ, that is so bad. But it's okay that it's bad, because again, I'm forcing myself to feel really good. But that is much more accurate. It's much more way narrower degree of an ellipse. It's like this. It's not like this, which is what I did before, right? Makes a difference, you know. And this is like, it's, yeah, definitely a little bit more tilted up. But even then, like, as you can see, I made it way too much. This is a bit more accurate, where it's just like that, slightly tilted up. It's hard to tell the difference. I don't even know if I made a difference. I don't think I did, not for that example. But again, like, drawing them larger is obviously, my lines are so fucking, oh, I love this. I love that my lines need this next layer of work, because finally not the pen wants to fucking cooperate with me. I'm really happy that my lines are reflective of how shit I am, right? So again, this fucking guy's he's looking up at us. He's definitely looking up at us, and it's very subtle. So let me again project what I believe to be the correct perspective. Yeah, let me project what I believe, right? What I can visualize to be. It's more subtle too, right? It's definitely more subtle. Maybe this is still not subtle enough. I think that's way more accurate. And again, like, I fucked up the sphere. So the top of his head is just flat. But I think it's okay. I think overall this is definitely more accurate, for sure. I do need to work on my semi ellipses, right? Especially the vertical one. The subtle ones. Anything that involves subtlety, I clearly struggle with, right? And again, like, I'm gonna constantly keep saying out loud what I can analyze to be inadequacies, right? Like with line work, perspective, understanding the reference and projecting it back, right? Like, again, like, this is a super subtle box, and I can barely see this box, by the way, right? I can barely see this box, which might seem odd, because it's like, wait, he can do the sphere and the center lines, but he can't do the box, which is what the sphere resides in. That's a skill. Right? It's a skill. So again, this is actually way more accurate to the type of box. Like, I think this is the box that we are seeing, right? Like, this is the plane. Actually, that's still too high up. It's more like this. Let's see. No, I think, yeah, like, it might be like that, right? I think this is the box. That's too much. That's way too much. if it's the subtlety, then it might be like this, right? Again, like not the best box or anything. I'm just trying to think. Is it like that? Right, if we just put his features there. Is that? Yeah, like, because we are seeing slightly more of his left side of his face. Slightly. I feel as if I got it down with the sphere, but getting it down with the box. Again, I'm going to keep trying, because I do want to understand it a bit better. It might actually be like this. See, this is the part. It's like, oh, okay, it's foreshortened. Ah, I see. Okay, so maybe it's... This is probably much closer. This is probably much closer. Right? Yeah, that's definitely much closer to what we're seeing here. Because then this is where, you know, the sphere comes in, and then that's when it's like, oh, okay, it's a lot more subtle, right? It's a lot more subtle. But just thinking out loud. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just trying to figure it out. Anyways, well, now that we've done this, let's obviously add his features again, right? These the subtle angle is actually great. They're fucking amazing, because I actually still could be getting this completely wrong. I'm just going off based on what I kind of understand from the way his eyes and features are located, right? Like that's kind of what I'm going off of. This is gonna be a very difficult day for me, I'll be honest, because I don't draw for more than like 2 hours max a day, right? Like, me really pushing it is 3 hours, and today I'm gonna go for fucking 7. And I have to, because I have a goddamn backlog, and I know there might be some people out there like, oh, don't you worry, child, right? Like, fucking just do your thing. But I value the consistency that I have, and I want people to value the consistency that I have as well, in the sense that they're like, okay, like, he is who he says he is. That matters to me. Me being who I say I am, which is someone who values consistency, just someone who works hard, right? Someone who, walk the walk, basically, right? So, yeah, maybe there'll be people out there who are like, okay, that doesn't really matter that much. But for me, it's like, no, I want to showcase to everyone that, hey, we're all capable of working hard, and I can't get, and there's no fucking point in me being like, oh, we can all work hard and you have that work. But then when it comes down to it, the day where I'm like, I need to draw for 7 hours today because I need to get a backlog so I can relax for the rest of the winter, that I'm like, it's too hard. Like, no. Sorry, but no. Like, I do not have the right to speak shit and then not back it up, right? I think I made the nose too, yeah, definitely too wide, right? And I made his eyebrows way too fucking sad, but either way, it's not about the accuracy of that for the time being. But he does look pretty fucking depressed right now. But yeah, and I, like, it's personally, if I were to use the word pride, right? It's just about, like, for me, it's just, okay, I need, and again, look how fucking shit these lines are, Jesus. Like, the lack of confidence is palpable. Right, but for me, it's just, I cannot say that, hey, I work hard and I really grind, or not even grind, sorry, again, not, like, if you have a negative connotation with that word, I implore you don't, but like, it's all about the effort, it's all about trying. But then when it comes down to it, the day where I'm like, I'm gonna try really hard today, and then I don't measure up, it's a reflection of me. It's a reflection of me. It's a reflection that my word cannot be trusted. So in order for me to trust my own word, I must build the evidence, which is, go work hard, you pussy, right? And not in a mean way, but just like, hey, listen, you've had a tough couple months, right? You worked really hard, but now it's catching up to you. I know you want to rest, so here, do this, and then you can rest. That's basically what I'm thinking, right? Plus, I want to get content out for the people that watch me, right? I know there's barely any of you. I understand that, okay? And I know there's probably just only 1 or 2 people max, if that, who are at the point in this video. Yeah, 34 minutes in, how many people at this point in my quote-unquote YouTube career, right? December 23rd, 1,000 subscribers, right? 1,020 subscribers, because I'm a fucking refresh. I'm like obsessed with refreshing me, like, do I have more? But the point is, at this point, I know very little of you give a shit about me, or give a shit about these videos, or give a shit about anything. I understand that, and that's fine by me. But for those who actually do value, right, the 1 or 2 people who are here at this point listening, I want to be able to put it out for you, right? I hold myself to the standard of consistency as well, right? No bullshitting myself in that regard. But okay, let's just draw. We'll move it here. So we're gonna hold that projection. Again, I'm still trying to figure out what type of box this is, right? And I might have to yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what type of box this is, but I'll try to hold the projection that I understand for the time being in my head, and then we're gonna move it over and draw the helmet, right? But yeah, I care a lot about consistency, right? I want to do the 7 hours today because I also want to see how far I can go. I want to really push myself, right? And this is just great practice, right? Again, like my lines have been so shit that, like, especially here and especially like everywhere, to be honest, everywhere, right? So like I need to obviously reduce the bad habits that I've been building as well. So let's try a theme, right? It's so hard to think of designs, but if I think of a theme perhaps, and again, I'm trying to hold that the subtlety in my head, right? This guy is such a difficult character to draw. Or just like, not a character, sorry. There's just a difficult sphere angle projection to have, you know? So lots of thinking going on right now. Right? And I'm trying not to think too much or look too much here, but it is helping quite a bit because I don't have that understanding yet, right? Yet being the operative word is like, I don't have that understanding yet. So what am I doing right now? I'm thinking about the box. I'm thinking about the sphere inside the box, and I'm really trying to get the accurate contour line inside the sphere inside the box, right? Jesus. Yeah, ain't nobody fucking listening to these parts of the videos. But yeah, I do give a shit. I do care. It's three things, right? I care about my own consistency. I care about my own work ethic. I care about proving to myself that I can work to this. And I care about the few people that actually give a shit about this channel. And, you know, you guys like to have me in the background, people who care about my process, people who hopefully are drawing along. I really, really, really hope you're drawing along because there's nothing entertaining or informative about these videos right now. When I'm great, 5-10 years from now, right? Then yeah, you're all gonna give a shit. Then yeah, you're all gonna be like, wow, he's drawing so XYZ, he's able to think of all these things. I wonder how, blah, 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 right? It's a spectacle because obviously the skill is, even though it's my baseline ability and I'm still trying, the skill will be more impressive because it's like, okay, well, doing something like this will take me a third of the time, right? But I think I'm always gonna be taking a lot of time when I draw. Right now, at least, that's my prediction because I'm always thinking, right? I'm always thinking really, really hard. So I don't see myself taking less time to do the same amount of really difficult thinking, right? Because it always takes me the same amount of time to think really hard. And again, like while I'm talking, I'm not just talking. I'm really trying to visualize everything consistently, right? And trying to get, like, again, every time I feel as if I'm getting the contour line wrong, like the vertical center line off, I'm looking here, right? Like I just looked here right now because I feel as if it's important. And again, I'm looking at the reference, trying to figure this out. And again, like what type of shape do I want? What type of design do I want? Right? I don't want to keep drawing the same shit over and over. I feel as if I keep doing these types of eyes, like this right here, that one, pretty similar, right? Like that, these are same, you know. But I do think I'm slowly breaking out of it, hopefully, right? But let's see, because I also got to start thinking about the big shapes as well, right? So what is the box? That's the biggest thing. Like, what is this box? He's not looking all the way off to the side. It's more like this. Yeah, it's more like that. Okay, so let's just, what do I want for the eyes? What do I want for the eyes? Well, maybe I can make these eyes way more eye-like, right? And again, like, okay, I've already done this, so I need to, yeah, I need to have a clear idea on what it is that I'm actually trying to draw, right? Because again, the center line is much more, okay. So now, right now, this may look like it's more angled than it needs to be, but I'm trying to keep that center line very clean, right? Maybe with this one, we'll have a bit more of a squarish design language. So we can try something like, and again, I'm trying to keep the size of the ellipse pretty clean as well, right? It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to fucking think about, which is the beauty of it all, right? So again, that center line is way more nuanced, way more subtle, right? Sim salabim. And Let's see, maybe it's something like this. And again, I want to have a bit more organicness to it, right? Let's see. Make this a bit larger. Right, and these are all just like, what am I doing? I'm trying to reinforce the middle point of this contour. Slowly but surely trying to make it not look as intensive, right? Okay, so like clearly I'm making this curve way too much, so we need to go back, and there you go. Okay, like see, reinforce that, right? Like, okay, it's way more of a subtle contour curve in the box. Then like this reinforces to me that the box is more like this, right? A bit more subtle. We're just seeing a little bit of the side of his face. And again, this is the center line, right? And we need it to be. And again, like I'm pretty sure I got it. It's still relatively wrong. Like it's still pretty fucking wrong, right? But let's see, what can I do with this shape now? Because now I've already established, like, okay, we've got our center line. Okay, now this is our sphere. What can I do here? Bars. But I'm not a rapper, did you know? Don't you know? Okay, like that's off perspective. I fucked that up, right? That's also off perspective. Damn, that's really off, and it looks so bad. Oh, that's so bad. But that is what it is. Oh, that's super off perspective, bruh. Okay, just leave it. We can't salvage that. We cannot salvage that. We can only. Okay. So bad. So bad. Oh, I'm depressed. Anyways, okay. So again, at least it's relatively subtle. Still kind of looking up, right? Let's see, something like this. Okay. And again, I'm trying to calculate if this all makes sense. Right? God, my fucking hand, my left hand's hurting from goddamn holding this shit up. Let's see, something like this. Okay, I need to spatially reason this. See, I lost the sphere completely there. Completely lost the sphere. This is a bit better though. This is a bit better. I would like to believe that this is a bit better. Right. I know the lines are horrendous, which is good. Cause like okay, that is probably off. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. I'm only adding this for line work to work on that. Right, that's really off. Yeah, okay. Okay, but we got this, and then see, I've completely lost the perspective, the sphere, and the center lines multiple times. Like right now, I'm just trying to reorient myself to see it again. But that's the most important part, right? It's like the fact that I'm reorienting myself. There you go. Like I think I fucked that up too, but it's what it is. Again, same fucking designs I always do. Need to really break out of that. Right, like this is not that good. And then again, there's no clarity to these lines. There's no consistency to these lines. It's all fucking mid. It is all mid. But again, like I may say these things, but what I'm forcing myself to feel is, oh wow, I'm so fucking, oh, this feels amazing. Because again, like I'm constantly making those repetitions. This is attempts to make sense of what I'm drawing, right? So that's really all that matters. There you go, something like that, and we'll make this way more organic, right? Right, way more organic. Kind of, this is like the Spartan helmet, I guess, type of design or inspiration. But like these lines are so difficult, so difficult to do. And again, like look how thick that is. I did not mean for it to be like that at all, right? So let's see, and then we can add maybe a cutout or kind of like something, a sheath covering it, right? This is, I'm pretty sure I've lost a little bit of the perspective here, but it's not bad. I feel as if it's still salvageable. Like this is fucking horrendous. But okay, let me like take a step back and try to look at this. My fucking forearms are getting a goddamn pump because I'm like pressing on the page. Okay, I'm gonna take a break after this just because I gotta gift wrap some presents. So I'll do that and then I'll come back and I'll see. Let's see. Hopefully I can hit those 7 hours of drawing today, right? Right? I just want to keep pushing my ability to try. And again, try to see the box. This is I'm starting to understand it a bit better, I feel like. I do feel like I'm starting to understand it a bit better, but okay, like what could this be now? Because I've already added this type of shape. So maybe it's actually connected to that. Right. And oh, maybe we could do something like this. Oh, that was a bad line, but hopefully the intent was there. Okay, let's try to really think about this perspective-wise, right? There you go, try to add like some cutouts there. Okay, I don't think I got it exactly as I would liked it. Because, let's see. Yeah, these lines are really, really difficult and really bad, but feels good. Feels good to be bad, right? Okay, and then it's relatively accurate, relatively, of course. Something like that, right? Something. Kind of rounding off of here. Like a hinge, right? Maybe that's a bit too much. We should probably leave it. And honestly, even though this isn't necessary, I'll just add some values that follow the form, which make it very clear that, well, which hopefully make it very clear that that this has more dimensionality than it's being let on. Okay, that's something, right? And then just to make it, that's wrong. I know it's wrong, right? So you see, like this should have been coming out way more. but whatever. That's okay. That is okay. And we'll just... There you go. This is all for subtle line work, which is not so subtle, but kind of looks decent. I feel as if we got a little bit of that design. Right? There you go. That's something. It is something. I'm gonna keep going. I'm like just for this one, just because I really want to practice having clean lines. It's because it's not as if I want to over design it, but now that I know that my lines are really bad, it would be nice to get a little bit of that practice in. But this looks okay. This actually looks pretty okay. And it's been 51 minutes, which is cool, right? So, should I do one more rep? Might as well do one more rep. Make this video a bit longer, right? So, I'll be rep number 26. Actually, fuck, I don't know. I do not know. Okay, I'm gonna rest my brain and maybe I'll just draw some random shit on the bottom. But this isn't... Like, there's a lot of issues, for sure. For sure there's a lot of issues, right? Like, especially around here. Like, I definitely didn't get this connection as... this horizontal contour as well as I would have wanted. This looks more like it's looking at a straight on. It's not looking from the bottom as much. But this is great practice for line work, at the very least, right? So I'm gonna rest my brain and maybe I will practice something, hopefully related to portraits, right? I just want to hit that hour. I just want to hit that hour. But yeah, let me rest my brain. All right, cool. That's not bad for just 25 reps, right? Like, this is just the beginning. Like, we can already see a pretty decent improvement if you look at this and this, or even like what I was doing here to like what I'm doing here now, right? Like with these especially, you know, pretty decent improvement. And that's just me constantly trying to find that balance between complexity, simplicity, shapes wrapping around the sphere while trying to keep the box in mind in the sphere with the center line. Like, it's all these fucking millions of goddamn things. Oh, by the way, and I'm not saying it in a way that's like, oh, I hate that I have to do this. I'm just constantly trying to reinforce that, wow, there's a lot of things. So do not be surprised and do your best not to be overwhelmed when you're like, wow, there is a lot of things. Because there is. It just is. And like, even then, there's a lot of things that I'm getting wrong. Even like sometimes my spheres are just not spheres clearly, right? But I guess we can just practice drawing shapes around a sphere, right? Like trying to keep with the center line and horizon line until we hit the hour-long mark, right? Just like drawing shapes. I think that would help a lot, right? So we can just establish that, okay, this is the horizontal one, this is the center one, or the vertical one, and now it's like, okay, now we have to even something as simple as me trying to do this. Like, this is literally form wrapping, right? This is literally, and it just comes down to like, is it accurate? And it's a great way, and you'll see like I've done this quite a few times now, right? But it's a great way to like right now clearly also to practice lines, but to understand what it is that we're drawing, right? And again, like, okay, maybe this is the nose area, right? Like, again, I lost it again, so now we have to think like, okay, what is happening here? How can we connect things? Like, maybe, and it's always about maybes, right? Like, maybe I'll have something like this, and this too wraps around. And again, I want to see, that was a fuck up. I want to have maybe some sort of clean line work, which indicates that I do understand what I'm drawing, right? And then we'll come around on the other side again, try to keep it in perspective, and again, while trying to keep the entire box in mind, right? Because at the end of the day, right now, it's just visualizing. See, that was a fuck up too. The lines are horrendous. It's just about visualizing the sphere the box, yeah, so the box, the sphere inside the box, and the contour lines inside the sphere, uh, inside the box. So I say just, and I jest when I say just, but it's not just that. It's never just that, right? So like maybe this is one thing, and then now it can be like, okay, well maybe we'll have a communications thing now instead, right? So what would that look like, right? Because we wanted to follow the perspective, so maybe it'll be something like this, right? And again, like these are all really good reasons to get my lines to look a bit better as well. Like because again, while I draw this, I'm still thinking about this entire vertical center line, horizontal center line, right? Trying is the key word, of course. So you know, like, okay, like this is a comms thing, right? Do I really know what a comms thing will look like? No, but I can at least try to understand it, you know? And then maybe it's just like attached like so, right? Line work, of course, always suffering. See? You see how fucking shaky my like my hands are, right? So it's just about constantly trying, right? So here, let's just say this is the calm. It's attached like so. We have, right? And even here, let's just say this is also attached. And it's like basically a bunch of multiple roundings going on. You know, little form indications essentially, right? So that already starts to look pretty much like a calm, which is pretty cool because I didn't really expect myself to be able to come up with something like that, which is why Antonio always says, and especially in one of his videos that I still haven't watched, but he basically says like, you need to be relaxed. You know, we need we need to find that perfect quote unquote. We need to find that good internal balance between I'm really trying, I'm really thinking, I'm really putting in a lot of effort, and I'm relaxed enough to let my mind wander and ideate. Sounds difficult? It is. It's a skill, right? Like even if I want to add some sort of wiring, right? This is also something that, and again, like I don't like keeping. I literally, I'm a fucking Kim Jong-il fanboy, right? So like, even for me, it's like I must hold the pen at the halfway point, like he does. This is too close. This is too easy. This is the difficult range of motion. So that's just the way I think about it, right? And I get it. Many people will probably be like, whoa, 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 that's too much. Why do you even think about it like that? But it's like, yo, I just want to. Like some things I'm just enamored by, right? Am I not? Am I not allowed to be enamored? See, I think I actually fucked up the perspective. It was supposed to be like, it was supposed to be this for the center line, and then this for the vertical, and then this for the horizontal, right? Because that's what I was trying to do there, but it seems like, I mean, maybe I could still do it. Because we're supposed to be seeing the bottom. Maybe I could still do it. Yeah, I think I could still do it. And then this is like attached. It's funny how like me not really thinking too much, or not thinking, but me kind of just seeing what shapes I can do has resulted in probably one of the more unique helmets that I've drawn than me actively being like, this has to be something interesting or whatever. So again, like that little relaxation really helps, right? See, okay, but then I fucked up the perspective because I wasn't thinking. You see? So, yeah, like I really lost the perspective now, but I'm just trying to figure it out. There you go. Maybe something like this in terms of a shape, right? And we can maybe reinforce that this is in fact the perspective when we do something like this, right? Again, trying to think about the contour. try to make the lines decent. Horrendously decent, but decent nonetheless, right? And then same thing on the other side is happening. And this is like my attempt at trying to make things a bit more organic, kind of blurring the lines between the hard surface and organic nature of things. But again, I do really think I've started to understand design a little bit more, because like even here, I feel as if, yeah, letting it breathe, letting the eye area breathe. Like this is cluttered, this is okay, but like there's just areas that we need to have white space. And I do have that huge tendency of just not letting things breathe, right? Like I do. I have that tendency. Like even here you can see I'm trying to fill this shit in because I'm like maybe something interesting and complicated can happen there, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. And that is a huge just reminder and lesson to me constantly, right? Constantly. It's just like, bro, like just chill, right? Don't worry, just figure it out. And again, like I'm trying to see what I can fit in this eye thing, but I should just take a step back, because we got the ellipse, we got the cylinder, we got the box that we've essentially put it in, right? And now we just need to reinforce to ourselves that box that we put it in. So maybe something like this, right? I don't think that's accurate, but maybe it makes sense. I don't fucking know. See, again, like that's off perspective. That's off perspective, right? Kind of went to shit here now. It definitely went to shit here. Look at that. And whatever, just add a hinge. And then we'll close it like that. But this is actually very off perspective. I just took that in. Can we salvage it is the real question. Right, can I salvage it? Maybe. Seemingly not, but maybe. Let's see. Something like this, maybe? Right? Something like that. Let's see, how do we want to connect this? I don't know, that doesn't really make sense perspective-wise. And what about the eyes? See, I completely lost the perspective here, but it was going well. Clearly this was going very well, but again, the brain gets tired after a certain amount of time, right? So I definitely fucked this up drastically over here, but we'll leave it for the time being. 1 hour and 3 minutes? 3 minutes, cool. All right. Okay, I'm done with this page. We'll just call that rep number 25.5, because obviously we didn't base it off of an actual portrait. But for those of you wondering, like, what was he actually trying? I mean, I know I showed that, but like, what was I trying to think of? It was just trying to think of this, right? This. I know, like, for those of you watching, might be like, oh no, he's fucking up his drawing. Well, it's okay. In the thumbnail, it won't matter. Right? But like, that's what I was trying to think of. Something like this, right? So, you know, and then this is like the box that's all derived from, right? Damn, I really need to fucking get better with this pen. Clearly my lines are ass. But yeah, like that's relatively, that's not the box I was putting it in, but I was just trying to think in that general perspective, right? And I know now it looks like the drawing's ruined, but that's why you can just go back and look at it when it was done normally. But yeah, with that being said, right? Good fucking session. I'm gonna probably take a break and wrap my presents if my parents did buy the wrapping paper, which would be nice of them, but so... Yeah, okay, cool. I hope you put a lot of effort in. I'm gonna come back. Let's try to get at least... if I can get at least 4 hours of drawing done today. Look, you can already tell I'm like fucking like, oh god, I gotta... already reducing the amount I'm gonna do. But I'm just gonna keep trying. Let's just keep... Like, until I get to a point where I'm like, my brain is fucking dead. We'll keep going till then. But I genuinely feel like I'm already leveling up and understanding so much, because I'm genuinely trying to see and to understand things. So yeah, with that being said, as always, I hope you put a lot of effort in. I hope you enjoyed your session. I hope you really just, again, ascribe positivity and positive feelings towards your mistakes. And just all that matters is the effort you put in. All that matters is the effort you put in, right? And with that being said, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please, give me money.